Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the continuation of the lesson from biology, lesson number 2, the cell. In last class, we had discussed about some of the cell organelles. What are the cell organelles which are present in the cell? Yes, cytoplasm, cell membrane, which is also known as plasma membrane, and in plant cell, it is consist of one more cell organelle, cell wall, and then nucleus, mitochondria, plastids, vacuoles. Last class we had discussed about the cell membrane, cell wall and nucleus. In today's class we are going to learn about the remaining cell organelles. Now we are going to see about mitochondria. Mitochondria. Mitochondria in singular we call it as mitochondrion. Mitochondria's other name is called powerhouse of the cell. Why it is called as powerhouse of the cell means because it provides power, the energy to the cell. So mitochondria is also known as powerhouse of the cell. Let us see the structure of mitochondria. It is consist of outer membrane and inner membrane, and the finger-like projections which are present inside the mitochondria are called as cristae, and inside the cristae you can see some red color ball-like structure which is called as ribosomes, and the inner space is called as matrix. This ribosome and DNA are suspended in the matrix of the mitochondria. Mitochondria is help to break down the glucose, which is nothing but a kind of carbohydrate which is we taken through our food. So this mitochondria helps to break down the glucose, and it convert the glucose into energy which is needed by our cell, or which is utilized by our cell. This process is taken inside the mitochondria. So here mitochondria is used to break down the food particle, and it produces the energy which is needed or utilized by our cell. That is why mitochondria is named as powerhouse of the cell. This is the major function of mitochondria. Next we are going to see about plastids. Plastid is a cell organelle which is present only in plant cell. It is absent in animal cell. So plastids are found only in plant cell. Plastids contains a pigment. Plastids are covered by double membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane. And inside the plastid there is a coin-like structures are present which are called as thylakoid. There are different types of plastids are there: chloroplast, chromoplast. The plastids which consist of green pigment, the plastid which consist of green pigments are called as chlorophylls, and such plastid are called as chloroplast, and which gives green color to the plant. Where is the green color part of the plant is present? Is in leaves and stem. You can see the green color part. So chloroplast gives that green color to the plant. So chloroplast is consist of what pigment? Chlorophyll pigment. This chlorophyll pigment present in the plant or present in the leaves helps the plant to trap the sunlight or solar energy which is used by the plant to prepare their food, and that process we call it here as photosynthesis process. So if chlorophyll pigment is there, it is used to trap the solar energy. By using the solar energy only, plants convert the carbon dioxide and water into food. So chloroplast is essential for all survivals, not only for the plants, because all other organisms including us, we depend on plants for our food requirement. So the plants which are green in color are consist of the plastid called as chloroplast, which gives the green color called as chlorophyll. That only helps the plants to prepare the food through the process of photosynthesis. The next plastid is chromoplast. All colored pigment other than green we see in the plants are consist of the pigment called as chromoplast. For example, you can see the red, orange and yellow color of flower and ripe fruit, and these colors are produced due to the plastid called as chromoplast. This plastids gives the plant or a fruit flower to the yellow color, orange or red color to the plants. And the next last plastid is leucoplast. This is a colorless plastid, and this is the plastid which is present in the roots, seeds and underground stems such as potato and ginger. You can see this potato, ginger root or colorless one because of this pigment called as leucoplast. Leucoplast also helps to store food substance. At the same time, some plastid turn into chloroplast when they exposed to sunlight. So that's why some potatoes, because potatoes consist of one colorless pigment called as leucoplast, when they exposed to sunlight, this leucoplast turn into chloroplast. So these potatoes during the growth time they will turn into green. This is because the leucoplast, the potatoes, are converted into chloroplast. Next we are going to see about the next cell organelle. The next cell organelle is vacuoles. You can see here some balloon like structure. This is called as vacuole. It is look like sacs or cavities. Those vacuoles are fully filled with a fluid called as cell sap. The cell sap, which is mainly consist of sugar, water, salts and other food material, and also the waste material also present in the cell sap. And vacuoles are present only in plant cell. It is not found in animal cell. Plant cell usually have one or a few large vacuoles. Vacuoles are like a small bubbles. It becomes larger when the cell grows. Once the plant cell gets mature, these vacuoles takes most of the place and pushing the other cell organelles to the corner of the cell. What is the function of this vacuole? It maintains the shape of the cell and it maintains the balance of the water in the cell. I already said it is consist of many materials like water, sugar, salt, other food materials and waste materials and so on. So it helps to maintain the balance of the water in the cell and is also store chemicals, food, water and salt. This vacuole is present only in plant cell. Thank you children. We'll see the remaining in the next class.